This conference will now be recorded.
So what is GTS? Is nothing but Global Trade Services. It is a service for global trade. What is global trade? If we are exporting, if we are moving our shipment out of the country, or if we are purchasing from different country, global trade takes place. So it means SAP GTS is a service for global trade. Now in our SAP MM side, we have foreign trade import. In SAP SD, we have foreign trade export. Now, earlier companies, clients used to use these two modules, foreign trade. Even today also, if they are not using SAP GTS system for their foreign trade process, then they are using foreign trade process of these two modules. For their export process, they are using foreign trade export, and for their import, they are using foreign trade import. But the point here is that every day these international trade laws are changing like anything. Drastically there is a change. Even good example, we can say Russia and Ukraine war. We can see every day, Western countries are sanctioning so many things on the Russia, right? So if let's say earlier if you used to do business, let's say you are located in US. Earlier you used to supply your product to Russia, or you used to purchase something from Russia. Now you need to follow those rules and regulations. They already sanctioned so many things. Even they are planning to restrict some more things. So every day, today what is happening, tomorrow what will happen, we also don't know. So rules are getting changed drastically. And wherever there is a change in the international laws, we must follow those. We must know that, yeah, these rules have been changed, so we need to follow. Why? Because in international market, if we follow those rules and regulations, then only we are called as a compliant. But if we are not following rules and regulations, then we are non-compliant. And if we are non-compliant, then it will cost to the company. There is severe penalty. There is even there can be prison. There can be I mean, it will cost to the company. So this will cost to the company. That is the reason we must be compliant. So so foreign trade is not able to capture those things. Capture foreign trade foreign trade HD is not having capabilities to tackle those changes, and that is where in 2001 to SAP came up with SAP Global Trade Services. And from that time till today, they in GTS also we have many versions. They started with SAP GTS 3.0, 3.1, 7.0, 7.1, 10.0, 10.1, 11.0. So the latest version of SAP GTS is 11.0, which also supports our SAP S4HANA. Okay, so this is the latest version. Now, SAP GTS is a standalone system. Standalone system is what? If you talk about our SAP ECC, this is our SAP ECC box. You consider this as a ECC box, or you consider this as a S4HANA box. SAP GTS is not part of these two boxes. In ECC, we have sales and distribution, materials management, FI, PM, so many individual modules. Right. So in SAP ECC, we have core modules SD, MM, PP, FI, CO, and same are going to migrate it into SAP S4. No, GTS is not part of ECC. Neither it is part of ECC nor it's part of S4. But it is a standalone system. It is a separate system. It is a standalone box, right? So what is SAP GTS? If someone is asking you what is SAP GTS, it's very simple. If you are working as a SAP SD consultant, so in SAP SD, what we are doing, we are creating a sales order. If a customer places an order, we need to create a sales order. That customer can belong to any country, can belong to same country, can belong to other countries. from the SD side. From the side, if we want to purchase something, we can purchase from any vendor. Vendor belongs to our country, vendor can belong to some other country. But if the customer or vendor belongs to other countries, that is where SAP GTS comes in. It means what? It means if you know the basics, what is SAP SD, what is SAP I'm not going to talk about configuration, process, nothing, just the process. At least we should know what is sales order, what is outbound deliveries, what is billing documents. So these are the three transactions which we create as part of SAP SD system. Similarly, as part of SAP system, we are getting purchase order, right? We are creating an inbound delivery. We are creating material documents. If you know what these documents, why we are creating these documents, more than enough to learn SAP GTS. Why? Because in case of export, that is sales process only. But if customer belongs to foreign trade, other country, then that is where GTS comes in. If we know the purchase order, when we are getting purchase order, whenever we want to purchase something from anyone, then we'll be creating a purchase order with that person, with that vendor. So if vendor belongs to some other country, then that is where SAP GTS comes in. So SAP GTS is not something new thing. Whatever we are doing today in international market, right, everything SAP GTS has converted into a system process. Now in 2001 or 2, SAP GTS came in. So it means what? It means earlier we were not following rules and regulations. That time also we were following rules and regulations. That time also everything was there in our international market. But what SAP did, they just converted all those processes into a system process. Simple. They just converted. Right? So SAP GTS is a standalone box. It is neither part of SAP ECC or neither part of SAP S4. So how SAP GTS can take help of ECC or S4, that is very important for us to know. Why? Because we don't create any data directly in SAP GTS. We are not creating any data. Like in ECC or S4, we can create sales document, right? Say as sales document, outbound delivery, billing document, PO. These things we can create, whether it's ECC or if you are using S4. But in SAP GTS, we don't create any kind of data. So if you're not creating any kind of data, then how do we use our foreign trade process in SAP GTS? So in SAP GTS, we are just processing those data. We are not creating. See, we can create. I'm not saying that we cannot create. Very rare things we are creating, which is there is no use. Only for testing purpose we can create some declarations. That's all. Only for testing purpose. But I can say officially we don't create anything in SAP GTS. So if you're not creating in anything in SAP GTS, then how can we use SAP GTS? That is very important for us to know. So in SAP GTS we are sending data. In SAP GTS we are sending data from different systems. Which system? We can send data from our SAP ECC. We are sending data from our SAP ECC to GTS. Or we can send data from S4 to GTS. See, we need to know both the flow. Why both the flow? Because today many clients started using S4. So we must know this part as well. So GTS need data from either ECC or from S4 or from both. Why from both? Today there are many clients who are using ECC as well, who are using ECC, and they also use S4 as well. Both the feeders, both the systems they are using. Why they are using two different systems? Probably because of their business, right? Because of their business, they are using two different systems. For one business they are using ECC, another business they already migrated into S4. Even we can send data from transport management. We can send data from transport management to SAP GTS. We can send data from CRM system to SAP GTS. We can send data from EWM to GTS. So any system who is feeding data to SAP GTS is called as a feeder system. Feeder system. Any system who is feeding data to SAP GTS is called as a feeder system. So in our case, ECC is a feeder system. S4 is a feeder system. Even transport management can be feeder system. EWM can be feeder system. So SAP GTS system doesn't know whether it is ECC or S4 or this or that or that. Even SAP GTS receives data from non-SAP system. So any system who is feeding data is called as a feeder system. So SAP GTS system doesn't know what is ECC, what is S4, what is this, what is that, blah blah. But SAP GTS system knows only one thing. What? Feeder system. So wherever we are talking about the term feeder system, it means we are talking about that sender system who can send data. Now you will have a question in your mind that okay, if you are sending data, what kind of data we are sending? So to understand that process, we need to know that why we are using SAP GTS system. Just now we understood that we are getting a sales order here. We are getting a sales order. If customer belongs to domestic, no issue at all. There is no foreign trade process involved. But if customer belongs to other country, let's say US, our client belongs to India, but customer belongs to US. It means what? There is a cross-border movement. And if there is a cross-border movement, SAP GTS comes in. How SAP GTS system will help us here? Yes, we will be creating sales order here only. See, since GTS system needs a feeder system, we must create data in these systems and then we should supply. If we do not have ECC, if we do not have S4, or if we do not have any other feeder system, SAP GTS, there is no use. GTS can't do anything. Whether it can be ECC, if it can be S4, it can be anything, but it needs a feeder system always. So customer places an order. That customer belongs to some other country. What we'll do is we'll get a sales order here. We'll get a sales order. Assume this example as an export process, right? So we'll create a sales order. Now sales order is created. Sales order created. What we understood? We understood that if we are selling something, so we must be compliant. How can we be compliant? Now we have created a sales order, and as we understood that we need to send data to SAP GTS system. So what data we are sending? We are sending this sales order only to GTS. Whether we create sales order here or here, but we must send data to SAP GTS system. So sales order will be transferred to SAP GTS system. How it will be transferred, that we'll understand. That is not point of discussion as of now. But the point here is we are sending our sales document to SAP GTS system. Now, whenever any transactional data gets transferred to GTS, in GTS, we don't call them as a sales order or outbound deliveries or billing document or PO or IBD or material documents. So from the export side, we have sales order, we have outbound deliveries, we have billing documents. These are OTC process. Similarly, from the purchasing side, we have purchasing document, purchase orders, we have inbound deliveries, and we have material documents, MyGo, G. So whenever we are creating these these 6 transactional data, these data only we are transferring to SAP GTS system. Why we are transferring, that we'll understand. But yes, these are the transactional data which we need to transfer to SAP GTS system. So whenever sales document gets transferred to SAP GTS system, this sales document is called as a customs document. Sales order is called as a customs document in SAP GTS system. If we are creating an outbound delivery, this outbound delivery will get transferred to SAP GTS system. Again, it will be created as an associated customs document. So we call them as a customs document. Even delivery is also called as a customs document. But billing, when billing will be transferred to GTS system, it will not be created as a customs document. Then it will be created as a something else. That we'll understand. From the import side, if we are creating a purchase order in our ECC or S4, purchase order will also be transferred to GTS system. Again, it will be created as an associated customs document. Similarly, when inbound delivery will be created in this feeder system, this also has to be transferred to GTS system where it will be created as a customs document. But GR will not be created as a customs document. Billing document will, when it will be transferred to GTS system, it will be created as a customs export declaration. When material documents will be transferred to GTS system, it will be created as an customs import declaration. Now, probably you will have a question that what is the difference between customs document and custom declaration? You all will understand in few minutes. It's very simple. So it means one thing we all understood, that we need to send these transactional data into SAP GTS system. So sales order is having header data, item data. Similarly, everything, all transaction data is having header data, item data. So how can we create a sales order? Until unless we have a customer master and material master, we can't create, right? So without those master data, we cannot create sales order. So since this sales order is getting transferred to SAP GTS system as an associated customs document, this customs document will also have a header data and item data. Header data is what? Let's say customer master. Item data is what? Material master. So it means what? It means system will create customs document only if we are transferring master data first. Meaning, before transferring these transactional data, we must transfer master data. So in case of sales order, OBD billing, what we need? We just need two master data. That is customer master data and material master data. If we are creating a purchase order, IBD or GR, what we need? Vendor master and material master. So material master already we have transferred. Just we need vendor master. So vendor master data. So when it comes to the master data, we are transferring these three master data into SAP GTS system. Please understand. We are transferring these three master data into SAP GTS system. So system will be able to create customs document only if we will have master data available in our SAP GTS system. Again, same thing, that we understood that we are not creating any data in SAP GTS directly. It means what? It means these master data also we must transfer to SAP GTS system. Again, there is no point of discussion how to transfer this master data, that we'll discuss. But ultimately we are sending this master data. So whenever we transfer master data into SAP GTS system, then it is called as in SAP GTS system, customer master data will be created as a business partner master data, BP. If we are transferring material master data into SAP GTS system, in SAP GTS system, it is called as a customs product. Customs product. Even when vendor master data will be transferred to SAP GTS system, we will have a business partner created. In which case, where we are using customer material vendor? In our ECC. But what if we have a S4 HANA system? In S4 HANA, we don't have concept of customer or vendor. But in S4 also we have business partner. So if I ask you how system differentiate in S4 HANA, same customer can be created as a business partner, material also, vendor also can be created as a business partner. Why? Because see, you are my customer right? You are purchasing products from me, so you're my customer. But you yourself is a company and you also manufacture something, and those products I also purchasing from some other company, some other vendor. But when I came to know, yeah, you are also producing the same, I said that since you are purchasing from me, why can't I purchase from you? Let's do business mutually with mutual understanding, right? So it will be beneficial for both. It means same person is created as a customer master data, is created as a vendor master data. So if we are using ECC, we need to create them separately, but in business partner, if you are creating, we can create at a time. But how system differentiate whether this is a customer or vendor, right? So in S4 we have business partner role, various business partner role, right? For customer we have separate business partner role, for vendor also we have business partner role. Same concept is there in SAP GTS also. In SAP GTS, whether it is a customer or vendor, GTS system doesn't bother. Why? Because GTS system knows only one thing, that is business partner. Customer is also created as a BP, vendor is also created as a BP. So how GTS system differentiate that whether this is a customer, this is vendor? With the help of again business partner role. So in SAP GTS system, we have a business partner role for all the business partners. We have many business partners. First of all, we have many business partners in SAP GTS that we'll discuss one by one. But how system differentiate between at least these two? So for business partner, customer business partner role is SLLCPC. And for vendor master, business partner role is SLLCPS. Now, if you really want to learn SAP GTS, from today onwards, you start loving SLL, the term SLL. You start loving. Everywhere we will be using this term SLL. What is SLL? It is a plugin. SLL is part of plugin. So here we understood that GTS is a standalone system. We are transferring data from different feeder system into GTS system, right? So both the system must be connected with each other, ECC and GTS, or S4 with GTS must be connected. So if we want to connect our ECC system with SAP GTS system, we means our basis team must install one additional plugin software, that is SLLPI. This is just for understanding purpose. But if we are connecting our feeder system with SAP GTS system, that additional software is not required. But SLL is what? SLL is plugin. Okay, so SLLCPC is the business partner role for customer. SLLCPS is the business partner role for vendor. It means if we want system to transfer these 6 transactional data, first we must transfer these 3 master data into SAP GTS system. Now we have transferred these business partner, and custom product into GTS system. One more thing, that in GTS, we discussed that material is called as a custom product in GTS. Please remember, never ever use the term material in SAP GTS system. If you're not able to use custom product, simple, you can use product, the term product, but please don't use the term material. So it means before this transaction data, we must transfer master data into SAP GTS system. So we have transferred master data from here to here or here to here. Why I am taking these two systems? Probably you can ask me question. Why only these two systems? Why we are not taking any other system? Because what are these data? These are logistics data, goods movement, correct? So in most of the cases, we are using our business use logistics system only. And since logistic data includes these transaction only, that is the reason in most of the project you will find your feeder system would be either ECC or S4 or both. So in future, probably after 1 or 2 session, you will also you learn one more thing. You will get some project you will get, like they are using ECC and S4 both. So how GTS system differentiate? Because from here also we have transferred a customer. Customer is created as a business partner. From S4 also we have transferred customer. This is created as a business partner. But how GTS system can recognize that this business partner belongs to ECC or this business partner belongs to S4? That we'll discuss probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, right? But the point here is we must transfer these business partners. And once business partners we have transferred, then yes, then we are good to transfer this transactional data. So in customs document, header data will have a business partner information, and item data will have a material like custom product details. So these are the terminologies. So customs document, or more specifically, generally we are using the term custom document, or more specifically, you can remember this as a customs export document. Customs export declaration, customs export or customs, yeah, export document. This customs import document. So what is difference between custom document, custom declaration? That still we need to understand. So what we understood, that here we have created sales order, or here we have created sales order. When we save the sales order, system must transfer sales order to GTS system. For what purpose? To use our foreign trade process. Now, why we are transferring this? So sales order means what? One customer has placed an order. So in general, when he places an order, whenever he wants to purchase any product, so he wants to purchase our product. Now, first thing is we must know, can we can we sell our product to that customer country or not, right? Assume there is a trade relation between now Russia and Ukraine. Now Ukrainian government has banned all the Russian companies, and Ukraine government has already declared that in Ukraine none of the companies can sell their product to any customer who belongs to Russia. So for such kind of situations, whenever we create a sales order, first and foremost thing we must know is, can we sell our product to that country or not? So number one is what? Country. We are thinking about country. Why we need to know about the country? Same reason we discussed, that sometimes our government, our customs authorities can say that you are not supposed to sell your product to so and so country. Please one thing understand, I'm giving example of export, and same logic will be applicable to import as well. No difference at all. So please consider this as a both example, export and import. So we need to know that can we sell our product to that country or not? Number one question. Let's say somehow we came to know that yes, we can sell our product. It means it is green to go. What is the second question? Now can we move our shipment, because we have created sales order, and as part of sales order we must deliver goods to our customer, right? So before moving the shipment, first we need to make sure that can we sell our product to that customer or not? Yes, we can sell. How? We don't know, probably by any means we came to know. That is fine. Now are we good to sell our product, to create a delivery document? Still not. Why? Second thing we must know, can we sell this product to you or not? You as a customer, you placed an order. First I need to check whether I can sell my product to your country or not, and now I need to know, can I sell this product to you or not? Why you? Why that customer? Because due to some reason, sometimes authorities say that you are not supposed to sell your product to so and so person, so and so entities. Why? Sometimes government blocks some of the customers, some of the persons, that none of the companies are supposed to sell their product to so and so persons. Why? Because of some illegal activities, or you belong to some terrorist organization, or due to any reason. So second thing we must know, that can we sell our product to that country or not? Sorry, that customer or not. So we are talking about individuals, let's say customer itself. Now are we good to create delivery document? Still not. Why? And now you need to check, third thing you need to check, that Okay, we understood that, yeah, I can sell my product to your country, is clear. Second thing I understood, I can sell my product to you, this is also clear. But what is next? Next is to sell my product. Now if we, now I'm talking about my product. To sell my product to your country, I need to have a license from the licensing authorities, from the government authorities. So until unless I have a license, I cannot export, I cannot move a shipment at all. It means what? Still my shipment, still I have not created delivery document, right? Still shipment, there is no movement of goods. So how SAP GTS system will help us in these three things? So that is where we need to know whether can we do business with that country or not. Can we do business with so and so individuals or entities or not? Do we have a valid license from licensing authorities or not? Those informations we can't know in either S4 or ECC. And that is where SAP GTS comes in. So what SAP GTS does, SAP GTS system is having capabilities for all these three things. How? SAP GTS has given one of the module called as a compliance management. Compliance management. So in compliance management, their first module is embargo check. Embargo check. What is embargo check? What is embargo? Embargo means if any country is blacklisted, then it means that country is on embargo situation. So SAP GTS is having one module called as a embargo check, which is part of compliance management. Embargo check makes sure that the country where we are doing business, whether you export or import, country should not be an embargo country, and that is where SAP GTS comes in. So what SAP GTS does, SAP GTS system with the help of embargo check compares your country, your means our my customer country, with those embargoed country. Now you will be surprised that how GTS system knows that this country is on embargo situation. Let's say from India we can't export to Cuba, from India we can't export to Iraq. How does GTS system know? And that is where master data comes in. So as part of master data, we must maintain all those countries where trade is prohibited by law. If trade is prohibited, all those countries we must maintain as an embargo situation in SAP GTS system as a part of master data. So we have maintained your country. I have your country is not on embargo means what? We have not maintained your country as an embargo situation, and that is the reason it is green. So that is where it is clear. Embargo is clear. Fine. What about this customer? What this rule says? This rule says that we are not supposed to do business with an individuals or entities who are blacklisted. So how they are blacklisted? So what happens? We have something called as a denied party list, DPL. Denied party list means it is a list of blocked members, blocked companies with whom trade is prohibited by law. If the government has included your name in the SPL list, this is also called as a SPL list, which is nothing but sanctioned party list. Sanctioned. You are sanctioned. You are blacklist. You are blacklisted. So if you are part of this SPL list, we are not supposed to do business with you. So it means what? How GTS system can help us? SAP GTS system has been one more module as part of customs management that is called as a sanctioned party list screening. Sanctioned party list screening. So it means what? It means that if the entity is on denied party list or sanctioned party list, we are not supposed to do business with you. And that is where SAP GTS comes in. So as a part of SPL, what GTS system does, SAP GTS system compares your name and address with the detail given in the sanctioned party list. Now, in sanction party list, it is prepared by the government agencies. If a customer or entity is on denied party list, they can add their customers, that person name and address and other details. So, as part of sanction party list screening, SAP GTS system compares your business partner name and address with details given in the sanction party list. If there is a match up to some threshold percentage, let's say there is a match of up to 80%. So in the configuration, we have maintained that threshold percentage is 80% or 90%. If there is a match up to 80%, 90%, immediately system will block the transaction. But system doesn't find any match. So again, it is green. It is green. What is next? Well, next is license. Now to move our product to your country based on some parameters, I need to get the license from the licensing authorities. I need to apply for a license from the licensing authorities. And if we have a valid license, so what we are doing is whenever we get the license from the licensing authorities, we must maintain in the SAP GTS system as part of one module called as a legal control. Legal control. So in legal control, we must maintain license number for all the required license types. So how system determines license types? What are those parameters? That is not again point of discussion as of now. We'll discuss. But system should know that yes, system will find with the help of the sales document when we transfer, system will check those parameters and it will determine whether license number exists or not. If system is able to determine license number, then only it is good to go. And if we are good to go with these three things, that it means what? Compliance management is what? To be a compliant, then only we are compliant. It means when we are good with these three things, then only we will move the shipment. Please try to understand. Then only we will move the shipment. Now, is GTS system only checks that if it is there is no match? It's not like that. Let's say system found your country as an embargo country. What it will do? Immediately it will block the transaction. Which transaction? Sales order has been transferred as a customs document. Your customs document will be blocked in SAP GTS system. Embargo block. It means what? Now this is the behavior of the system, ECC system or S4 system, that if the sales document is blocked because of any check, I'm not talking about all the check, because of any check or all the checks, system will not allow you to create a subsequent document. That will discuss later how to restrict them. But if our sales document, let's say customs document, is blocked, system we are not allowed, system will not allow us to create an outbound delivery document. And that is how SAP GTS system helps us in reducing non-compliant risk. So these three modules are part of compliance management, which is the first module of SAP GTS system. Any question?
Hello, Tewari. Hello.
Yes, please.
What about customer management?
That still I need to come
Okay.
to that point. Any
And
question
risk
from here?
management.
From compliance
Okay.
management? Any question?
So I just wanted to know, like we have sales order, delivery, and billing. So if there is any block, so it will be get blocked immediately at the sales order level. So what are the things that gets checked at delivery level or invoice level?
Okay, I'll come to that point.
Okay.
Assume our sales document is clear, right? Our sales document is clear. It means what? It means that we can create an outbound delivery. So as part of sales process, export process, we have created a sales order. Now that is clear. We are good to go. Now what we'll do, if everything is green, then only system will allow us to create a delivery document. So we have created an outbound delivery document. Now we understood that OBD will also be transferred to GTS system as an associated customs document. OBD will be created as an associated customs document in SAP GTS system. Now, at the time of creation of delivery, what your user did, one of your user, he changed the address of the shipped party manually. Why? GTS, EC system allows, correct? At the delivery document, system allows us to change the shipped party address. So what is the guarantee? What is the guarantee that the address whatever he has changed, which is updated, is not matching with SPL list? So if you are not comparing again our business partner address with the sanction party list, how can we make sure that user has not changed anything? So as part of delivery document also, system should check customer should not be part of sanction party list. Even we can also change shipped party country at the time of delivery creation. So during delivery also, system should check for embargo check. System should check for sanction party list screening. What next? License. We understood parameters. Again, system will check all those parameters to check whether license is maintained or not, license exists or not. Please don't be happy that at the sales order level it is clear, means clear. No, same thing will be screened again at the delivery level, and that is the reason the customs document comes in of the delivery document. So outbound delivery will also be transferred to SAP GTS system, and that will be screened against embargo check, SPL screening, and legal control check. So once this delivery is clear, then only we will be think of moving the shipment. How do we move shipment? We are doing post goods issue. When we move the shipment in the system, we should create a PGI. So system will allow you to perform PGI only if delivery is also clear from these three things. Got it? So delivery
Yes.
document should also be screened against compliance management. Why? Because most of us will have this question in our mind that sales order is, has been screened, has been checked for all these services. Why delivery is needed? Because of this reason. We can change details of the shipped party address. We can change something which is relevant to SAP GTS system. SAP GTS system has to screen again to make sure we are compliant. Assume if you don't screen our delivery document and user whatever address he has changed for the customer is matching with the sanction party list, it means what? We are non-compliant if you move the shipment. That is the reason it is our standard behavior based on settings that delivery document should also be screened against these three services, and that is where compliance management comes in. So it means what? Compliance management means still our shipment is there in our plant, still we have not moved the shipment, and now we are good to go. Why? Because at delivery level also we found everything is clear, and then only from the business side you will move your shipment, you will dispatch your goods towards customer location. So in system what we are doing? We are doing PGI. Is GTS over yet? No. Biggest challenge is it's on its biggest challenge is on its way. Biggest challenge is there, still there. What? This is your plant. From this plant, and this is your customer location. So you did PGI, shipment is started moving. What is next? Biggest challenge means what? Cross border movement, customs border. Your shipment has to cross the international border. Assume you are moving shipment from Chennai. So your shipment has to cross Chennai port. You are moving shipment from, let's say, some other, let's say Mumbai. So shipment has to cross Mumbai port. So our shipment has to cross our customs border. So that is where customs check comes in. Customs check means what? Your customs authorities will be checking everything. So how do they check all these things? So whenever shipment arrive to the port, they must know about all the details of your shipment, and that is where the billing document comes in. That is where billing document comes in. So what will happen whenever after PGI we create a billing document? Some, in some cases we can do billing document before PGI. So those cases we will understand in upcoming session. This is not point of discussion, but we'll create a billing document, and whenever we create a billing document, this billing document will be transferred to customs management. Why? Because the cross-border movement, these activities are taken care by a module which is called as a customs document. Sorry, customs management. How customs management can help us? So with the help of customs management, we can declare our shipment with the customs authorities. We are moving shipment from India to US. So we must declare our product to the Indian customs authorities. When before shipment arrive to the port, we must complete all these formalities. So once shipment arrive to the port, we must get clearance from the customs authorities. Then only your product will be unloaded and it will be loaded on the ship. So it means what? As part of customs management, we will be creating a customs declaration. So in case of export, we must declare, we must submit a required set of documentations to our customs authorities. So submitting this document to the customs authorities is done via a document, and that document is called as a customs export declaration. So how did system get customs export declaration? When we create the billing document will be transferred to customs management area, and it will be created as a customs export declaration. That is the reason I said billing document is not getting created as a customs document, but it is creating as a customs export declaration. Now you can understand the difference between customs document and customs export declaration at high level. That customs document is for our internal purpose, but custom declaration is for our external purpose, because customs export declaration is the document which we need to submit to the customs authorities. And based on this document only, they will approve our shipment. And once they approve our shipment, then only our goods can cross the border. So customs management is taking care of the cross-border movement. Let's say you are importing something. Now, again, if you are importing from here, this is your vendor country, this is it's you. So you will create a purchase order. So purchase order will be transferred to GTS system, and we will have a customs document created. Again, system has to go for these three things: embargo check, SPL check, legal control check. Why? The country from where we are importing must not be a part of, should not be an embargo situation country. If that is an embargoed country, we are not supposed to import. That is where embargo check comes in. The vendor from whom we are purchasing should not be part of sanctioned party list, which is also called as a denied party list. If a vendor name and details, address are matching with the details given in the sanctioned party list, we are not supposed to do business. That is where SPL comes in. And again, we are importing the product which we import from your country. I should have a license to do so. If we do not have a license, we are not authorized to purchase this product, and that is where legal control comes in. So it means that in embargo check, it screens both export and import. SPL screening checks both import and export. Legal control checks export license and import license, and that is where in legal control we have two sections: legal control export, which takes care our export license; legal control import, which takes care our import license. So we have two part of legal control export and legal control import. So we have created a purchase order. Purchase order will be screened against these three services. Once these three things are clear, then we create an inbound delivery. When we create an inbound delivery, your vendor has confirmed, your vendor has sent a notification stating that goods has been moved. So one vendor confirms that, yeah, when we receive the ASN from the vendor, it means they have moved the shipment immediately. In our system, we create an inbound delivery. Again, inbound delivery can go for these three screening: embargo check, SPL screening, and legal control check. Again, shipment will arrive to the port. So whenever we import, we must pay import duties and taxes, right? We must pay import duties and taxes, and that is the place where we again must submit declaration to the customs authorities. So at the time of import, the document which we submit to declare our product is called as a customs import declaration. So we can create customs import declaration with the help of GR. Even we can also create customs import declaration with the help of PO and IBD. So in which case we are creating with the help of PO or IBD, or in which case we create with the help of GR, that is not point of discussion. That we'll discuss as part of customs management. But the point here is we must create an import declaration. When we get an import declaration, we will be submitted to the customs authorities. They will verify everything. Then we must pay import duties and other taxes, and then only we can receive goods. Otherwise, we can't. Right? If you are unable to declare your product, will you be able to receive your product? No, you can't. They will seize your product at the border itself. You can't receive anything. So that is where customs management comes in. Customs management takes care of the cross-border movement, where we declare our shipment with the customs authorities. So this is the second module of SAP GTS system. So as part of customs management, we will discuss declaration related to export, that is export process, and will create declaration related to import. So it's not only the declaration. As part of customs management, most important is how can we communicate with the customs authorities. How can we communicate with the customs authorities? That is where SAP GTS comes in, because SAP GTS system is having capabilities to communicate with various customs authorities directly. We don't need any customs broker. GTS system supports some countries where we can do communication directly, and if we are able to do communication with the customs system directly, that is called as a self-filing or e-filing. Because today various countries supports only e-filing or self-filing. They don't support broker filing. I mean, or they not, I can say broker filing, let's say paper filing, because we can submit declaration electronically. We can also submit declaration on paper format. That is called as a paper declaration. So today there are many customs authorities who don't support declaration in paper format. That is called as a paper declaration. They are accepting document electronically. It means our system must support e-filing, and that is where SAP GTS comes in. SAP GTS system is having capabilities to communicate with your customs authorities electronically. So customs management takes care of our cross-border movement. Now with these two modules, compliance management, customs management, we are good. We are good to go, because customs management is what? Customs management means our goods has crossed the border in case of export, or in case of import, we have received goods physically. Over. Our process, foreign trade process is over. But still SAP GTS has given one more module that is called as a risk management. There is one more module that is called as a risk management. What is risk management? Risk management is risks are involved. In our international trade also there are risks. What kind of risk? Suppose I'm an exporter, you are an importer, right? I delivered goods to you, and we have an agreement that you will make payment within 90 days. Initially, you were very good paymaster. You were paying the due amount on time. But later you started playing with me. Now you're not paying on time, or you're not paying at all. What can I do? Can I do something? It's not so easy. Yes, I can do, but it's not so easy. Why? Because two different geographical area, two different countries. Legally also we can't do anything. It's very difficult. So that risk, this is kind of risk. Or you are an importer, I'm an exporter. You made payment before on time. I mean, let's say you made payment in advance. What is the guarantee that I'll deliver goods, what we discussed in our agreement, good quality product? Initially, I delivered on time. The let's say transit time is 30 days. So within 30 days, I used to deliver goods to your location. But now I'm taking sometimes 60 days, 90 days, 100 days. This is risk only. Similarly, what kind of risk? Monetary benefit. Monetary benefit means whenever we import, or when you import from my country, or if I import from your country, we must pay import duties and taxes to our respective government, to our respective customs authorities. It means, let's say due to some reason, if customs authorities say, I mean government authorities say that yeah, we are not going to pay import duties and taxes, it means we have a monetary benefit. So you can ask, then where risks are involved? There is no risk are involved, but assume you're also an exporter, I'm also an exporter, we are both located in the same country. I'm not paying import duties and taxes. So product price is, let's say, $100, right? So $100 is the product cost. I'm not paying import duties, but you are paying import duties. How much? Assume you are paying 20% import duties. So the price cost of the product will become $120 for you. If, and for me it is $100. If I'm adding $20 as a profit, I can sell the product in $120 to customer. And since we both are in the similar kind of business, so here you are bound to sell in more than $120. Let's say you said that you will make a profit of only $10. Still your price is $10 higher than me. Then why customer will purchase product from you? Customer can purchase from me only. So this is risk for you, right? So that is where SAP GTS has given one more module called as risk management. In risk management, we have some, again, modules which gives monetary benefit, which mitigate such kind of risks. So as part of risk management, we have something called as a preference management. Then we have something called as a letter of credit. Then we have something called as a restitution. Restitution is not required. So we are not going to discuss. This is not part of our discussion. Not required at all. So we can leave this. So as part of risk management, we will be discussing preference management, and we'll also discuss high level example of letter of credit. So this is the another module of SAP GTS system: compliance management, customs management, and risk management. So our introduction session is over. Any question?
Hi, Dwayne. So I just like to understand the shipment flow you mentioned for the outbound structure that we're going to create the OBD. So what I believe doing the OBD, that means the goods are already left the company premises. So when
No,
do we reach?
no. Delivery is just a document.
Mm-hmm.
Consider you are placing an order with Flipkart. You want to purchase a mobile phone. So whenever you place an order, you get one message on your mobile stating that your order is confirmed. What is that? That is an output, order confirmation output. Then with after 1 day or 2 day, you receive one more message. What? Your shipment is ready for dispatch. It means that is again output. So when we are getting that output, when delivery document is created, delivery document means what? You also need some time. You need to arrange your, let's say you need to arrange for transportation. You need to pick the material, pack the material. So all those stuff you need to do as part of delivery document. But you are not moving the shipment. When you move the shipment, when you complete all this process, then you will move the shipment, and that is where we are doing PGI. So PGI meaning what? Your shipment has left your premise. So
Okay,
till
sir.
delivery document, we don't move the shipment.
And you create the billing when it's reached to the port.
Sorry,
When do you create the billing document?
any point of
That's
time.
okay.
That is what we discussed, that we can create, sometimes we can also create a billing document before PGI. We
Okay.
can, please, 1 minute. That billing document before PGI, then it generally we are getting them as a pro forma invoice. Or if you are getting billing document after PGI, generally we get a commercial invoice, F2 invoice. So both the invoices, we can use any invoices for the declaration purpose. And which invoice we need to use, we don't know. Then it is a client who will confirm us. Client will confirm us that pro forma, we are using pro forma invoice. So pro forma invoice has to be created as an export declaration. Or your client has confirmed that they don't use pro forma invoice, it means actual invoice should be created as a customs export declaration. So how that system create customs document or custom declaration, that is something different, that we'll discuss.
Okay. And do you have any other subsequent terminology, like whatever you have for the outbound flow as a PGI, and for inbound, do you have such, again, different terminology
No, that is what
for
we
instead of
discussed.
the PGI?
Purchase order, no, we don't use any other term.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other question from anyone? Okay, so if no other question, then see you all tomorrow. So from tomorrow we'll have our actual session. Tomorrow we'll understand how to connect both the systems, how we can connect our SAP GTS system with either ECC or S4. That is part of our communication process between these two systems. So tomorrow we'll discuss this communication, and then in upcoming session we'll understand how to transfer master data. And then again we'll understand how to transfer these transactional data. So today it was just an introduction session. Now if we discuss tomorrow anything, definitely you will be understanding the point why we are doing so. You won't have such kind of question that why we are transferring master data, why we need to transfer this transaction data, right? So let's continue our discussion from tomorrow. Any other question from anyone? Okay, if no question, then thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.